Welcome to Istanbul.
As I'm sure you're aware, this is one of the world's most famous cities, and the first of many videos coming to you from the beautiful country of Turkey.
And we thought we'd start with an absolute classic made vegan. It's found in takeaways across the world.
It is the mouth-wateringly alluring Döner Kebab.
But first, we're going to catch the tram down the Golden Horn to the Balat region,
where today's restaurant is located. Toot toot!
Okay, so we've arrived here in the Balat district, the very bright and sunny Balat district. And the street behind us is probably one of the most famous sights here.
It's a really funky and edgy neighbourhood with its buildings brightly painted and row after row of steep cobbled streets.
So many cobblestones. It's good, not good for the ankles really, is it? So the word doner comes from donmek, which means to turn. So the doner kebab literally translates to rotating kebab.
And Döner Kebab in Turkey usually consists of a mixture of beef and lamb, and it's often wrapped in a durum, which is a kind of flatbread used to wrap everything and anything inside.
So many things, so many things. All this talk's making me so hungry, so let's get going.
The Veganarsist, and as the name suggests, they serve an entirely vegan menu with plenty of Turkish classics.
Now, the tram stop we originally got off is just around the corner from here, so if you want to come that way, it's a really easy way to get here.
Anyway, enough talk. Let's grab a table. Okay, we grabbed this table. We're down a really nice little alleyway. There's lots of shops, little cats running around. It's very serene and peaceful. In order to see the menu, you need to scan the QR code. So they have Wi-Fi if you don't have it. We didn't have it. And there's loads on the menu, so much to look through. Eventually we found their kebab section. We've ordered 2 different types of doner kebab. They don't have the traditional durum bread, they've got a lavash bread, but we're very, very excited to try that. So we added stuff to our basket, but you can also just go inside and order with the staff in there as well. So we cannot wait to try this.
Alright, our food has arrived and it's looking delicious. I'm going to share with you the first plate of doner that we ordered. So Kyra's going to give you a little tour with the camera. So we've got all these nice little rolls with the plant-based doner wrapped in the lavash bread, was it? Lavash bread. You can see this creamy stuff seems to be, I'm sorry if the bike's drowning out my noise, seems to be the cashew yogurt that they were talking about. We've got a nice stack of bulgur here and then some other bits and pieces to kind of bring it all together. So it's with pleasure that I'm going to try the first roll of this. So let's give it a go. Oh, there's so much flavour. I've got a nice tomatoey kind of sauce on that. The meat itself you wouldn't know was vegan, to be honest. It kind of has the texture and the feel in the mouth of real meat. And yeah, it's a lot more flavoursome than I was expecting. So really, really good.
Earlier I told you we'd ordered something a little bit different, and this is it. So we've ordered their doner meat on a bed of rice as well. So hopefully we can get a real good taste for the flavours. This is a much lighter way of serving it without the breads, and I can't wait to try it. I'm gonna get a little bit messy here and just pick it up so you can see it in my hand. Very, very careful not to get this on my dress because I think this will stain, and I'm gonna try this. This is seitan doner meat. That's really flavoursome. It's got a really nice texture, a little bit of spice, and that tomatoey sauce is really delicious as well. This is actually so nice. I want to turn off the camera so I can just really tuck in now.
All right, guys, it's time to eat. Cheers.
Okay, so we've just left the restaurant and wow, I have to stress right now, this is our first time that we've tried a doner in Turkey. All we had to go off our expectations was the kind of dirty takeaway kebabs we have in the UK, and oh my goodness, this blew my mind. The difference in flavour, the difference in quality is huge. They were just so different, so good. I particularly liked the little kind of rolled up kebab wraps in the lavash bread. The flavours in that with the garlic cashew yogurt and the tomato sauce and the doner, so nice.
Yeah, for me it was particularly that tomato sauce. The sauce itself was so rich and flavoursome, was so good. The other dish that we also had was the rice dish with that tomato sauce drizzled doner on top, and it was just really delicious. You might find though, if you do head there, that it's a little bit more expensive than some other offerings in the city, but 100% recommended, because for what you get for that money, you really don't need to worry about the price at all. It's something really special, that's for sure.
I absolutely just have to give a little mention to the side dishes that were served alongside these doners. First of all, the one without the wrap, it was on a bed of rice with some kind of like little noodly things in there, and it had a lot of flavour still. It was the perfect base to that tomato doner, but my absolute favourite was the kind of bulgur like pilaf. It had so many flavours, and it had like all vegetables, and it was the perfect accompaniment. Savoury, but with so many herbs. Yum.
It just makes me wish I'd had bulgur wheat more often in my life, because generally it's just not much of a thing in the UK. I mean, someone's going to be like, well, it is, you're just not looking properly.
I made a bulgur wheat salad at school and it's really boring.
There you go, right, there you go. But no, something about the way they cook bulgur here just makes it even better than you might expect it to be. But yeah, in the meantime, guys, if you want to help us out, just remember to check out our other sources. We have a website, we post blogs on there as regularly as we post videos, so if you like reading as well as watching, that would be great too. But in the meantime, guys, eat your greens.